GDP is a very misunderstood metric, especially when it comes to understanding the difference between the poorest countries and the wealthiest countries. For example, if you take the United States of America, it's got a GDP per capita about $80,000 or around that. If you take the Democratic Republic of Congo, it's got less than $1,000 per capita GDP. Now, this obviously seems a massive gulf, and you might think, how could anybody live with such a low income as those in the Democratic Republic of Congo do? And it's for the simple reason that they don't need a high income. This is because their country is not greatly developed, industrialized, or technologically, so they still live in very small, close-knit, self-dependent communities, and that means that they don't work for a centralized state. They don't need the state. They have their own little bubbles where they work the land, and they have their own little communities, a bit like how we used to live before the Industrial Revolution. And what US's high GDP is telling us is that everybody basically works for the state and are massively dependent upon the state, on the education system, on the health systems, on all these different things that we have built up. So in reality, GDP is more a determination of just how developed an economy is, how dependent everyone is on its centralized system, and how much everybody works for the state versus how much everybody works for themselves. The lower the GDP, the more people work for themselves. The higher the GDP, the more people work for a centralized system.